Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual. You guys know the deal on this channel, man. We must continue to set the record straight. Stop the lies. Stop the narratives, man. That's all it's been about, stopping these stupid lies and narratives, man, and setting the record straight, man, because they just continue to tear down other errors. They continue to lift up these guys with narratives, with lies, with the bending of reality, with the rewriting of history. You guys know the deal, man. And in this video, we're going to set the record straight, man, and we're going to stop the lies and the narratives, man, about LeBron James and how he's this great human being. He does a lot of things for people, and you know, on this channel, I don't get into the personal stuff. You guys know that. I always say I don't know these people personally. I don't judge these guys personally. Everything that I've talked about has always been about the athlete themselves, right, and what they bring to the sport. But in this video, we're going to speak about LeBron James and his off-the-court stuff a little bit, because this is what the LeBron James fan club has been using over the last several years to try to lift up LeBron James over a Michael Jordan. They try to use this off-the-court stuff. LeBron James is a great husband and a great father, and he does this for charity, and he does this for this place, and he does this for that. He does all this stuff, right, for people. He does all this charitable work, right? This is what they use to try to lift him past a Michael Jordan. We're going to talk about it in this video. And I want to thank you guys, man, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, guys. I am truly humbled by all the support, man. Truly humbled, man. It means a lot to me. You guys leaving the comments, you guys just liking my videos, the things you guys say, man. Once again, like I said, much respect to everybody out there, man. It means a lot, guys, and we must continue to stand up. This is what we're doing. We're standing up. So shout out to everybody in the membership, man. Shout out to all you guys, all the newest members. Shout out to everybody, man, for real. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So yes, guys, like I said, man, on this channel, when we talk about athletes, right? You know, whatever we're talking about, I've always told you guys, this has never been personal. I've never attacked these people personally. I don't know them personally, right? So I can't judge people in a way that I don't know them. So I've always told you, I've judged these players off of how I know them, and I know them as basketball players or as football players or as baseball players or as celebrities, whatever the case may be. That's how I know these people. I don't know their personal lives. So I never really try to get into a personal thing with these players, right? Don't know them. And I've always told you guys, the problem for the LeBron James fan club is it's always personal with them, right? So what have we seen now all these years later? They use things like LeBron James's personal life, the things he does off the court, to lift him or to somehow show that he's greater than Michael Jordan at basketball. It literally doesn't make any sense, and this is why we laugh. If you're saying that LeBron James is better at basketball than Michael Jordan, you can't go ahead and use, criteria that has nothing to do with basketball, right? So you can't say, or use LeBron James's money, his success in business, or his success at being rich as a reason why he would be greater than Michael Jordan. You can't then use that, right? You can't use LeBron James's quote-unquote charity work or his off-the-court stuff to lift him over a Michael Jordan. You can't do that. It has nothing to do with basketball, right? LeBron James's money, Michael Jordan's money, their charity work, things of that nature have nothing to do, zero impact on their game on the court, what they accomplished on the court. It literally means nothing. If Michael Jordan was broke today, it would never take away what he accomplished on the court, right? It never would. So these are the things that we must understand, right? But since the LeBron James fan club wants to always use the off-court stuff of LeBron James and his quote-unquote charity work, things of that nature, let's really talk about some of this stuff and focus on some of this quote-unquote charity work, the things that LeBron James does, his good deeds. Because they'll often use that as a prop to put him above Michael Jordan. What will you hear them say? Michael Jordan never did anything for the people. Michael Jordan wasn't into politics. Michael Jordan didn't do this. He didn't do that. They always try to make it about something, whether it's politics or racial issues. They always try to make it about some off-the-court nonsense that has nothing to do with anything. And the reason why we laugh at these LeBron James fan club members is because the one glaring difference between a Michael Jordan and a LeBron James, and we're talking about off-the-court stuff here, is that Michael Jordan never seeks the, fame, the recognition for what he does in his own personal time. Whatever he donates his money to, whatever he does, charity-wise or for the quote-unquote the people, he never seeks the attention for it, right? He's not going to call up the press conference and bring news cameras with him and make a big deal about something, give a speech, none of that stuff. He won't do it. This has always been Michael Jordan. He's always done things. And that's why I laugh when I hear the LeBron James fan club try to use LeBron James's quote-unquote good deeds, his charity work, to put him above Michael Jordan, to say somehow Michael Jordan does nothing. They don't know, because Michael Jordan does not want you to know what he does. He does these things out of the kindness of his heart because he wants to do them. He doesn't do them for the recognition, which is what LeBron James does. LeBron James has always wanted people to know what he's done with his money, what he's done with his time, whatever it is. He wants you to know about it so that you can prop him up, so that you can give him a pat on the back, a doggy biscuit, whatever the case may be. He wants his shine for that. That completely negates anything that you do. I'll give you guys some advice here, man. The LeBron James fan club, any followers of LeBron James, and they really believe that he's this great, awesome person, and he does a lot for people off the court. Those things may be true. He might do things for people. The problem for LeBron James and the reality for his fans is that LeBron James does not do these things for the goodness of his heart. He does not do these things to do them. He does it for the recognition for doing them. That's the key here, guys. That's the complete difference between Michael Jordan and LeBron James, right? LeBron James has never been humble, lacks humility. LeBron James is a selfish narcissist. Everything is about him. He literally had his wife come on stage to call him the GOAT. Has Michael Jordan ever done that? Has any player in NBA's history ever done? I don't even know what these guys' wives look like. Could never even tell you who they were. But people know LeBron James' wife, right? Because she's out there, right, trying to prop up her husband with more narratives and more lies. This is LeBron James, always seeking attention. He's an attention seeker. Right? Not only does he enjoy the attention, which is why he'll never retire. I told you, he loves the fame, not the game. Right? Because he could play basketball anywhere. He could literally play basketball at home with his kids. Literally could. He's a billionaire. He don't need money. So what is he playing for? He's playing for the money and the fame. That's it. Not a love of the game. He don't love the game. Because if he loved the game, then he wouldn't be cheating the game and playing the way that he does. Flopping around, showing poor sportsmanship, terrible leadership, all these things. Right? Load managing, all this stuff goes and shows that LeBron James does not have a true love of the game. He's out there for the money and the fame. This is LeBron James, guys. One of the most selfish, narcissistic people in the history of sports. In the history of sports, no humility from LeBron James. No humility, no accountability. So LeBron James can continue to go around the way that he's been going around, right? Seeking the attention, the fame, always being excused, and his fans and the media will always prop him up. What do you guys always remember hearing Stephen A. Smith? I can't stand Stephen A. Smith and his corny soliloquy that he goes on. Every time he talks about LeBron James, what does he have to say first? He must preface his comments by saying, LeBron James, a wonderful husband, a wonderful father, a wonderful this, a wonderful that. He says this, right? So that people understand that he's not tearing down LeBron James a person, right? He's not offending LeBron James a person when he says that Michael Jordan is still the greatest basketball player of all time. They must massage LeBron James' ego. They don't want to offend him. But meanwhile, all they're doing is feeding into the false narratives. Because when you say LeBron James is a great husband, a great father, he does a great philanthropist, he does good things for the people, he does charity work, all this stuff, once again, you don't even know. How do you know? Stephen A. Smith thinks he knows everything about everybody. You know LeBron James and his wife's personal details, the personal life that they live. You know everything going on in their bedroom behind closed doors. This is the idiocy of these people. They only promote and project what they see, what they know, because LeBron James only wants you to see certain things about him. Always protecting his image. So, in doing so, he always lets you know what he's done. Right? He opens up a school. It turns into a whole thing. They must always promote it. Instead of just opening the school and letting it go, LeBron James has to give a speech outside the school. They have to have a press conference. They got to bring the news cameras in. He's got to have everybody talking about what he did. Meanwhile, he did not do what they think that he did, right? Does everybody believe that LeBron James built that school with his own money? He wants people to believe that. That's how they promoted it, right? LeBron James built this school. He built it. But the reality is the taxpayers had to pay for this school. Not LeBron James. So he has all this money, but he wouldn't give that money up to build a school and take any burden off the taxpayers or the people around that area? No. But they'll promote it one way, right? Michael Jordan built a hospital. Did anybody hear about that? Did anybody hear about Michael Jordan building a hospital in North Carolina, right? For underprivileged people? Did anybody know about this? No. People, I've heard people talk about Michael Jordan and they knock him because his sneakers are expensive or that people have gotten killed for his sneakers. They blame Michael Jordan on this. So we're blaming, once again, is the Jerry Krause situation. They must blame Michael Jordan for all the shortcomings in the world. This is the standard that Michael Jordan set to. So he sells sneakers for Nike. They're the Jordans, right? They're held to a high standard because he's Michael Jordan, right? Everybody wants the Jordans. So people have been robbed for Jordans. They've been killed for their Jordan sneakers. Somehow that falls on Michael Jordan. It's Michael Jordan's responsibility to make his sneakers cheap and affordable for everyone. That doesn't make any sense. How come only for Michael Jordan? Why can't we all afford Burberry or Louis Vuitton, Gucci, some of these other brands that are literally labels named after people? Why can't we afford these things? Because that's not the way society works. That's not the way the world works. We're all not on the same status, the same social economic level, right? We're not. The only thing that we can do as far as it relates to our own personal selves is continue to hold ourselves with integrity, class, honor. Carry ourselves that way with respect. To be a decent human being has nothing to do with your status or your money. It has to do with what's inside of you, the way you were raised, the values that you hold on to, what you've taken from different experiences in your life, what you've learned. But the LeBron James fan club and the media will always pump up LeBron James and his quote-unquote charitable work, his good deeds, right? And they pump it up and they always say things like, LeBron James, man, he's a great human being, man. He's never done anything wrong. He's never gotten in any trouble off the court. They say all these things. What NBA greats are getting in trouble off the court, man? We're giving this man a pat on the back for not being arrested? We're giving LeBron James a pat on the back for not getting caught cheating on his wife? I mean, what are we saying here? Are you guys trying to tell me that every other NBA player is doing something behind closed doors, but not LeBron James? How do you know this? It literally makes no sense. You have no idea what LeBron James has done in his life, what he's been caught, quote unquote, caught for, what he hasn't been. All you know is what's get reported. And as we can see, LeBron James is the most protected athlete in the history of the world, which is why I laugh when you hear his LeBron James fan club say that LeBron James gets more hate than anyone. Are you kidding me? He gets hate from who? The real actual fans, the YouTubers? Does he get any hate on real media? No. Who's hating on LeBron James? Kendrick Perkins? No. Protects him. Nick Wright? No. Gilbert Arenas, JJ Redick, or any of these guys hating on LeBron James? No, they're not. Colin Cowherd. Is he hating on LeBron James? Shannon Sharp? No. So where's the hate come from? The hate comes from the legit NBA fans, the true basketball fans, like me, like us, who have had enough of the rewriting of history, right? Of these guys trying to bend reality, trying to tear down the past eras with lies and narratives. We're standing up to this, and they don't like it. They say we're hating. And they must always try to use the off-court stuff of LeBron James to somehow say he's greater at basketball than Michael Jordan. Only for LeBron James is this argument used. Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has done way more for social justice off the court than LeBron James ever would. Ever would. Does anybody use that as an argument for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or for Bill Russell? No, that goes to the icon of them. Nothing to do with them being ranked as a basketball player. It's insane. LeBron James and his charitable work that he does, he only does it for the fame, for the credit he receives for that work. He wants everyone to know about it. The man literally, and I always bring this up, guys, the man literally was fake reading a Malcolm X book in the public's eye just so it could look like he was a man of the people, that he was studying his black culture, his black history. Meanwhile, all he did was embarrass Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, the entire notion of that book, the idea of that book, the idea of Malcolm X and what it means to have integrity and honesty. All he did was expose all that when the reporter asked him a simple question about the book. Because I'm sure the reporter assumed that there's no way that this grown man is fake reading this book. He hasn't really been reading it. But what have we noticed about LeBron James? He does these things just for the optics of it. He ain't reading that book. He does it so it looks like he's reading a Malcolm X book, so he can say that he got some blackness going on. It's insane, guys. It's insane he would do something like that. This speaks to LeBron James and the fame, the celebrity, the attention he's always seeking. I mean, did the man vandalize his own house, the gate? He said that someone wrote some racial stuff on his gate at his house. But meanwhile, there's no footage of this. There was no evidence of this ever found. This is LeBron James. These are the tactics of LeBron James and his cronies, right? His entourage, the Rich Pauls, these clowns. They always come up with new narratives, new things, right? This guy, Rich Paul, the other day said that LeBron James' antlers are in platinum, and Michael Jordan's are in gold. No, you moron. Michael Jordan doesn't have antlers. Michael Jordan's a goat. He has horns. LeBron James is a deer. That's why he has antlers. So this guy, Rich Paul, is a millionaire, but doesn't even know the difference between antlers and horns for a deer and a goat. Think about this, guys. That's something that even a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, a first grader knows. The difference between antlers on a goat, or horns on a goat, and antlers on a deer. But a millionaire Rich Paul guy who always got something to say, who's supposed to be his educated man that's leading LeBron James's clutch agency, doesn't even know that simple fact. This is where these guys get exposed, man. As riding LeBron James' coattails, not really being that educated. They have money, but they're not smart. They got money, no integrity. They got money, no class. They get money, no respect. So, when we talk about LeBron James, guys, in this video, we talk about he always wants the shine, the fame for his good deeds. He wants you to know what he's doing. This goes to LeBron James not really being that great of a person. Once again, I told you guys on this channel, I do not knock these guys personally or personally attack them. However, the LeBron James fan club has brought this off-the-court stuff to the GOAT debate when it should never be here. So let's think about that, right? Is LeBron James really that great of a human being when he exhibits all the qualities of a dirtbag, so to speak, on the basketball court? No sportsmanship, no honor, no integrity, no class, right? Never taking accountability or responsibility for his actions or the things he's done in his career. It's always somebody else's fault, someone else's problem. So if you exhibit all these traits, these characteristics on the basketball court, some of this stuff has to bleed over into your actual real life, right? LeBron James is not that great of an actor. This is who he is. He's a narcissist. He's a guy who seeks the attention, the fame. He's in it for the money. He don't love the game, right? He has no really respect for the fans. He looks down on the commoners. He always has, guys. Michael Jordan's done a lot of good things for a lot of people, man. Right? He donated his salary to the victims of 9/11. Right? That means a lot to someone like me. One of my best friends, guys, I grew up in the city, man. One of my best friends died in the Twin Towers, y'all. One of my best friends growing up, man. It was literally his first day on the job. They were being contracted to work in one of the Twin Towers. And all they found of my friend was his fucking arm, man. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to curse. I'm sorry, man. But all they found was his arm. My best friend, man, since we were kids. Michael Jordan donated his salary to that cause. He did that. He didn't do it for the attention, for the fame, none of that stuff. He did it because he wanted to. It meant something to him. He knows and respected the New York fans in New York City. It was personal for him. We think about his Make-A-Wish charitable donations. To this day, Michael Jordan has donated more money to the Make-A-Wish Foundation than anyone in history. But would you know that? No, you wouldn't know that because Michael Jordan doesn't post it on Twitter or put it on Instagram or put the news cameras out there and make all this stuff. He doesn't need the attention for these things. I told you he opens up a hospital. He employs all these people when he was working or he owned the Hornets. He employed a lot of people there. A lot of people of color. No one talks about these things. Right? They never talk about these things. They'll talk about Michael Jordan's into politics. They try to say it to knock him as the greatest basketball player of all time because LeBron James talks about politics, and when he does, he sounds stupid. I told you, these guys want to be political. They want to be social activists, but they're not educated on the true actual facts of these things. This is why I never get into these things. If you don't have the education, right, the knowledge, the background in some of these fields, you're better off shutting your mouth unless you're informed. Because if you're not informed and you start speaking, you look like LeBron James does a lot of times when he's reading a book and not really reading it. And when they ask him a question, he can't respond. This LeBron James. Michael Jordan's not going to be fake like that. Right? Never going to be fake. Never going to do things just for views or for money or for fame, which is why he doesn't promote himself on social media. LeBron James, though, he's steady promoting himself. Instagram, TikTok, this place, that place. He's everywhere. Twitter. He must always be out there. Let you know that he's still around. This is why he can't retire, guys. He must always have the attention, the fame. This is LeBron James' problem, and this is the problem for the NBA, guys. And we'll leave it on this. The NBA continues to promote LeBron James as one of the best players in the league when he has not been the best player in the league in a long, long time. So all that's done is handcuff the NBA, its popularity, and the other players from getting their just due, their shine. Just like LeBron James' teammates never get their just due, the entire NBA has been covered up by the media. They refuse to talk about Nikola Jokic, right? Or, Halliburton, or any of these other guys. They won't talk about these guys. They only want to talk about LeBron James and the Lakers, even though they're a mediocre team at best. Even though LeBron James ain't played a lick of defense in years, they'll still promote him as one of the top players in the league. This is the NBA we're watching right now, man. And that's a big problem for the league, man. They will not let this guy go away. They must continue to promote him and not the younger players or the greater players that are coming up right now. This is their era. This is their time. It won't happen, though. You guys know the deal, man. Remember, it's never been personal. The LeBron James fan club has made it personal. They must always use LeBron James' fake charity work as somehow a feather in his cap to put him above a Michael Jordan in a basketball conversation, man. And this is when they lose it. Because like I told you, at the end of the day, LeBron James only does these things for the fame, for the attention. It has none about him doing these things because it makes him feel good. What makes him feel good is the attention and recognition he gets from these deeds, guys. And it's painfully obvious, man, when you watch him. He's an attention seeker. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.